my beautiful souls, and welcome back to When Julian Speaks. If you're new here, let me remind you that this is a voice podcast only, and this is a safe space where we talk about honestly about healing, emotional exhaustion, family pressure, relationships, self-worth, and learning how to choose yourself without shame. And definitely, since it's a voice podcast only, you don't need to get your eyes glued on the screen. So wherever you are listening right now, if you're driving or doing chores or just walking around the area and with your headset on, or just lying down and just wanted to chill out and do a self-reflection while listening with us. And yeah, I would like to thank you for being here with us. And today's topic is something that many people silently struggle with for years. The title of our episode today is The Guilt of Choosing Yourself. Okay, so this is quite related to our last episode. And because for many people, especially those who grew up constantly taking good care of others, choosing yourself can feel uncomfortable, even wrong. You feel guilty for resting, setting boundaries, saying no, prioritizing your peace, protecting your energy, or finally putting your own emotional needs first. To be honest, some people become so used to surviving through sacrifice, and self-care starts feeling selfish. It's true, isn't it? But constantly abandoning yourself emotionally to keep everyone else is comfortable eventually. That creates burnout. Today we're going to talk about the guilt, the people pleasing, the emotional exhaustion, family expectations, boundaries, healing, and of course learning that choosing yourself does not mean you love others less. So wherever you're listening right from today, thank you again for being here, and let's talk. So for our first segment, there is the big question: why choosing yourself feels so hard? Isn't it? Especially when it comes to family, I think many people struggle choosing themselves because they were conditioned to believe that their value came from sacrifice, from caregiving, from responsibility, or constant being available for others. Especially within family dynamics, isn't it? Isn't it true? Because you become the helper, you become the dependable one, the peacekeeper, the emotional support system, or even the person that everyone relies on. And over time, your identity becomes connected to how much you can give. So when you finally try prioritizing yourself, the guilt appears immediately. It is, yes, because it feels unfamiliar emotionally. Because you start thinking like, what if people get disappointed? What if they think I've changed? Or what if I'm being selfish? And to be honest, many people continuously emotionally overextending themselves simply because guilt feels unbearable. But as we go along with segment 2, this comes with the people pleasing becomes self-abandonment. It's because I think many caring people don't realize how deeply they abandon themselves emotionally. It happens because helping others becomes automatic. You say yes even when exhausted. You overextend yourself constantly. You suppress your own needs to avoid the conflict. And eventually, people pleasing stops being kindness. It becomes self-neglect. Especially when your emotional well-being consistently comes second to everyone else's comfort. The honesty. Some people become so focused on maintaining peace externally that they completely lose peace internally. And that's heartbreaking. It's sad, very, very sad. Because over time, the emotional suppression creates resentment, burnout, exhaustion, anxiety, and emotional emptiness. But many people continue anyway, right? Because they fear of being viewed as difficult, as selfish, or uncaring. But this is where the segment 3 goes to. The fear of disappointing people. Because since we are a people pleaser, we have this fear. I think one of these deepest fears, emotionally responsible, is people carry is just disappointing others, especially your own family. Because when people becomes used to your constant support, changing the dynamic feels terrifying. What if they stop loving me? What if they don't think I don't care anymore? What if I become a bad person for finally needing space? And many people tolerate emotional exhaustion far beyond healthy limits because they fear guilt more than burnout. And that's important to recognize, everyone, because guilt can become a powerful emotional trap, especially when people confuse boundaries with betrayal. But protecting your peace is not cruelty. And needing rest does not mean you suddenly stop loving people. But the question is, when your needs always comes last? Okay, I think many people who struggle choosing themselves to have spent years putting their own needs last. They become so focused on the survival, the responsibility, caregiving, or emotional labor that they stop checking in with themselves completely. And you become disconnected from your own desires emotionally as well. So you stop asking, what do I actually need? What makes me happy? What kind of life do I want? And honestly, many people feel guilty even imagining a life where they prioritize their own peace more intentionally, because they're used to existing for everyone else. That kind of conditioning takes time to unlearn. But how the boundaries often make people uncomfortable. Another painful reality is this. Not everyone reacts positively when you finally choose yourself. That's true, especially those people who benefited from your lack of boundaries. When you stop overgiving, over-explaining, over-helping, or constantly sacrificing yourself, some people become uncomfortable. They may call you selfish, distant, changed, cold, unavailable. And honestly, that reaction can feel deeply painful, especially when you spent years trying to be everything for everyone. But emotionally healthy people understand boundaries. They understand rest, space, self-protection. And people who only value unlimited access to your energy often struggles the most when you begin protecting it. So just keep in mind that choosing yourself is not rejection. So I want listeners, you, to hear this clearly. Choosing yourself does not mean rejecting everyone else. It just simply means your needs matters to you. Not more than anyone else's, but not less either. And honestly, many people were taught to feel ashamed for prioritizing themselves emotionally, especially in an environment where sacrifice was constantly praised. But constantly sacrificing yourself while neglecting your emotional health is not sustainable love. Eventually, burnout changes people. And I think healing requires balance. You can love people, you can support people, you care deeply, while you can still protect your peace as well. And those things can exist together. But how do we learn to exist without constant guilt? This is our next segment. So I think one of the biggest parts of the healing is learning how to exist without constantly apologizing your needs. Without feeling guilty for resting, for saying no, for protecting your time, prioritizing your healing, or needing emotional space. And this process feels uncomfortable at first, for sure. Especially if guilt has controlled your decisions for years. But over time, something shifts emotionally. You begin realizing peace feels healthier than a constant emotional exhaustion. You stop needing everyone's approval to justify that you can take care of yourself. You begin rebuilding your relationship with yourself in a healthier way. And that is growth. And that's where you will realize that you deserve your own life as well. And I think many people spend so much time surviving for others and they forget that they deserve the life as well, right? Not just the obligations, not just the responsibility, or not even just the emotional labor. That you deserve joy, peace, healing, freedom, emotional safety, and space to become who you are outside survival mode. And honestly, choosing yourself may disappoint some people temporarily, but abandoning yourself forever to keep others comfortable is not healing either. At some point, their well-being has to matter too, right? And one day, I hope people stop measuring love only through sacrifice. Because healthy love should not require losing yourself completely. So everyone, if you as you listen right now, if you are actually currently struggling with guilt for choosing yourself, please know this. Your need matters. Your peace matters. And protecting your emotional being does not make you selfish. Keep that in mind. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to set boundaries. You're allowed to say no, to heal, and to prioritize your happiness too. And one day, I hope you stop apologizing for becoming important in your own life. Because choosing yourself is not abandonment. Sometimes it is healing. And to everyone listening right now, thank you very much for spending your time with me here on When Julian Speaks. And if today's episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who may also be struggling with guilt, with boundaries, or emotional exhaustion right now. And if you like a deeper reflection about healing, emotional burnout, family pressure, self-worth, and learning to choose yourself again, you can also grab a copy of my book, The Space I Never Gave Myself. These are available on Amazon.com and through our website, whenjulianspeaks.com.au. And expect that we have another book that's coming out this year, and this is something for you to watch out and check out. It's very, very good, well made. It's based on the experiences, and surely it will give inspiration to you and help you out on your healing journey. And please don't forget to follow us on Spotify, Amazon Music, and on YouTube as well. Also on our Facebook page. Please don't forget to like them or follow them for more honest conversation about healing, family, emotional growth, relationship, and personal growth. And as for today, as I always say, take care of your heart, protect your peace, and I will see you on the next episode.